The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Sooners will put toe to leather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone, it's Turbin. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Michigan Wolverines offense takes the field. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
He is smashing people. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Tackled, but he has a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain. It's 4th down.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up, something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
So Oklahoma's offense has its first opportunity of the day. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll run it from the gun. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that were in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter, but you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football, so yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David, you're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They run the reverse. Still on his feet at the 45. Afterburner's coming. The 10. Touchdown, Michigan. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical.
Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. 2nd down after that incompletion. Looking to pass. It's Arnold. He'll take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking for a crease. It's Ocha. Strong running there. Going to pick up 7 yards on the play, but they still have a 4th and 3. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. He'll bring it back. It's Stewart. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
Soft spot in the middle. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Davis will throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. The grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Alchuk. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Looking to throw, it's Arnold. Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. And the Wolverines trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Got some of that penalty yardage back, but still a ways to go on 2nd and goal. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Just plowing ahead. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
Looking downfield, it's Arnold. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. And he's got it! Touchdown Sooners!
And, man, that was a nice job by the tight end, finding the soft spot in the defense in the end zone on that TD.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
On the move. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double-teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Davis looking to pass. On a little time, lets it go. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. He's got it. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as it gets him down at the 37.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Oh, it's a reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
What a great job by the backside of the defense staying home. A lot of time the run looks like it's going the other direction. What happens? You start to chase. Nope. These guys stayed home and played their assignment, and that's why they had success.
Leaves it with the running back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. It's a 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, 3rd and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. 4th and a long way to go, but the offense is going to give it a shot. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, going to the air. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Here comes the offense on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Arnold. They're bringing heat. Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. makes his connection. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Slips away. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Snap from the gun on third down. He lets one fly deep. And he's got it inside the 35. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Davis will throw. On the move, he fires. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Michigan.
Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Splits the uprights. Good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the Big House when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
The Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, though.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
Tackled immediately after the catch. The Sooners in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Arnold. Gets away. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the Big House fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming Because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Wide open man. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Gonna take a shot. Snags it down the right side. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he got loose, it was all over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. The back goes in motion. Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And third down, they keep it on the ground with their playmaker. They give him the football. They got so much confidence in this guy and their offensive line, and they get the first down.
Listen, just to be on the field on third down as a running back means you've got to be versatile, right? You got to be able to catch the ball. You got to be able to block. But if they want to hand it off to you on third down, too, you got to be able to go find a way to keep the drive alive. This dude has all the tools in the toolbox.
Here's the handoff. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They'll try the right side. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Finds a crease at the 20. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Going to the run, it's Edwards. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll try to get outside. Touchdown, Wolverines! And that one will put them up here in the second half. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Duke answered the bell away from Durham today with an impressive victory. The Blue Devils knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. The circle of life in college football. where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Comes out throwing on first down. He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Line gets set, first down. Using his legs, it's Awchuk. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They're trying to get to it. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Another incompletion on third down. And the Sooners line up to punt it away. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They'll try the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Wolverines racing to the line in a hurry-up. The give to the back. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10.
Boy, and usually the third time's the charm, but they were already 0 for 3 on 4th downs. They finally get one. This offense needed something like this after having so little success on 4th down. Now they finally get them.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Buckley. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Leaves it with the back. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Power football with the run. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. Hard-hitting tackle. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the defense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Spits it out to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Ocha. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down here for the offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt, situational football is probably one of the most underrated, under-talked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pat.
Ball's out. Oh, and he's able to get back on top of it and avert the turnover. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is four-down territory. Back to throw. It's Arnold. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Sooners want to move quickly.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get
a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown Sooners. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. You know when I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The play action fake. Still looking on the move. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. It's reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. We'll see how the offensive coordinator pieces together this drive down late in the 4th. The short hands, it's Mitchell. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Now on 2nd down. Quick release on the RPO. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
He's got him, and they convert. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. 2nd down coming up. To the air, it's Arnold. Fires to the tight end. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. 4th down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
4th down, got to have it here. Throws to the wideout. He's got it, and they convert. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because the field goal still beats me if I go for a 2-point conversion.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 4 over Louisiana Tech. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll run the toss. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line getting set on 2nd down. Davis looking to pass. He makes the connection. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
And you give it to the big boy. I like that. Those guys are really stout. They're usually not very tall, thick as can be, used to hitting linebackers. That's what they chew on linebackers.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. This offense thrives on those big, explosive plays, and that one has them set up with a 1st and 10 from the 17. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Michigan.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. This is the game-winning play. Win it or lose it on this field goal attempt. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And his kick is good. His 3rd field goal of the game, and this is the one that wins it. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.